Welcome to the show. It's so great to have you here, and it's so nice to meet you in person finally.
I know, we've crossed paths many times, but never really met.
Now I've got you cornered for the next hour.
There you go.
And we are all so lucky. There's something that I've been dying to talk to you about, because the minute I found out about it and talked to friends, everyone is so thrilled. You're bringing your True Colors tour back again.
Yes, I am.
And I want to know all about it, because I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's fantastic and you have a great lineup.
Well, it's the second annual True Colors tour. It's presented by Logo. It has, headlining is me, the B-52s, Rosie O'Donnell, Carson Kressley is the host. We have artists coming in and out, like Tegan and Sarah, and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, the Clicks, Joan Armatrading, Nona Hendricks. We're going to have fun. It's going to be celebrating humanity with music and laughter. And this year, there's a campaign called Straight for Equality. And the main highlighting of this tour is with the HRC to get people out to vote. So voter registration, how to register to vote. They'll have all kinds of, there's information, because information is power. And so while we're laughing and celebrating Pride and my birthday, because I figure my birthday's in June, I'm always working on Pride anyway, so I'm taking the whole month. I'm just going to celebrate the whole month. I don't care. And I'm telling you, I think that this time is so crucial for us all to speak together. I think friends and family of, and people just coming together to learn about each other and have a lot of laughs and sing loud and dance around and enjoy a night of music and laughter.
Now, you actually were the creator and the brainchild of this. I mean, you produced this and created this.
With two other partners, with my manager and my agent.
Well, it sounds really exciting, and I'm so excited to see it, too. You're kicking it off this year in Boston. I want to talk to you more about that and where you got your start, but we got to take a quick break.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Well, we're going to come back with a lot more, because Cyndi has a brand new CD out, Bring You to the Brink, which we're going to hear a couple of tracks from. We're going to talk about that and much, much more when we come back with Private Sessions, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Private Sessions. We are spending the hour with Cyndi Lauper, and right now we're going to go a little bit back and get sort of a glimpse into how things first started with you. I know you were born and raised Brooklyn, Queens, and your mom was a single mom, and she was hoping to get involved in a music career, but it didn't really pan out. Was she really the one who kind of inspired you musically, or how did you first decide you were going to be involved in music?
She had a great voice, and, you know, because they were Italian, she could never go to school in the city. She had a scholarship to go to school in the city, and she wasn't allowed to go because they thought whores went to school in the city, and she could, But she was one of those people, like some other people, that the coulda, shoulda, woulda people.
Okay.
And they could have done something, they should have done something, what would have happened if they done, and then it was like everybody buying lottery tickets. And I guess for me, I won the lottery, but I wasn't going to have it any other way. I decided at a young age that I was going to be an artist. And I thought I was going to be a painter, and I didn't care to learn the things that they wanted me to learn, and I guess that was a lot of trouble.
So when you're 24 now, you had been singing in cover bands early on before Blue Angel.
Did my time.
And you blew out your voice. And I heard, is it true that you had 3 doctors tell you that you would never sing again?
You know, the first time I went, I was just so distraught. I can't remember. I just remember Dr. Brodness, God bless him, a wonderful Austrian doctor, voice, studied, you know, throat, but he could diagnose. He was a great diagnostician for the vocal cords. And he would say, you know, I just remember him going, Miss Lauper, this rock and roll is very bad for you. You must sing the country western. And I would be thinking, not country western. I like Patsy Cline, but not that. You know, and so, you know, then I was in my own Betty Davis movie for a moment. But I went through it, you know.
Yeah, but when
I
someone
lived.
says that to you, to me, I would say that that's the end. It's like a death sentence, and move on with my life and do something else.
No,
but
no,
you
but
pushed
there was
through
no
it.
moving on.
Okay, you were determined regardless.
No, no, I wasn't determined.
Oh, it just was.
I failed at everything. This
Really?
was the gift that God gave me that I could live. God, you know, or whoever.
What did you fail at?
Everything.
What were
I was
some of your
fired
early
from
jobs?
every job. I was a gal Friday the 13th. I was a waitress at IHOP, but they told me that my mistakes cost more than my salary, and maybe it wasn't my cup of tea. And then, you know, what happened was when the computer card came in, it was really small, and you know, I kept confusing the chicken pot pie with the fried chicken. And you would be really shocked just how mad people get. They get fried chicken. It's chicken.
Yeah.
You know, it's chicken. So it's fried. You want that? You're going to eat the dough. What's the difference? So, you know, when they told me I couldn't sing, I didn't care. You know, it was like, okay, bring it on. So I just decided to join a band. And then after that,
Everything seemed to make sense when you...
Well, I wasn't so different. You know, people stopped throwing rocks at me.
Who threw rocks at you?
Well, when I came back from college, from art college, and I was wearing vintage clothes, and I went to my old neighborhood,
Because you were
kids
different.
threw rocks at me. Because, and you know, of course, I'm an idiot. I turned around and said, "Hey, where'd you get your clothes, Archie Bunker, from the rack?" And of course, then they threw bigger rocks, and I was like, "Oh, good, son. Always quick thinking. That's you." So, you know.
You know, speaking of fashion, actually, that you brought it up.
What?
I have a little surprise for you. There's somebody who heard you were going to be on the show and had a quick question for you. Take a look.
Okay.
Hey Cindy, Carson Kressley here. For those of you at home who don't know me, I was on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and now I'm on How to Look Good Naked, and I'm here in my design studio designing a collection of clothing for QVC. The question is, Cindy, about your personal style. I remember in the 80s when you first came on the scene, all of us were like, wow, I love the way she looks. She's so cool. She mixes it all up. You were the first person to really do that and give us like amazing like multicolored hair and layered looks and vintage. Where do you get your fashion inspiration, and where did that look come from? That's my question. I'll see you on tour. Bye, Cindy.
Where did you get your fashion sense, by the way?
Well, you know, my mom and my whole family worked in the industry. When
In
it
the
was a
clothing
fashion industry, yeah, they were the cutters and the
interesting.
pattern makers and the sewers, the machinists, and you know.
Yeah.
And my grandmother always had a sewing machine, and my mother always used to make patterns and make clothes for us, and you know. So, and I went to Fashion Industries High School, so I always had a fashion sense.
But you know what? You marched to the beat of your own drum, and it was clear because it really is the reason why today so many people consider you an inspiration and an icon, because you did it your own way and you didn't care what anyone thought. And not only that, but you're an inspiration musically too. And I'm hoping maybe right now you're interested in playing another song.
Oh yes,
What do
I
you
have
think?
a wonderful band.
All right. From Cindy's debut album, She's So Unusual, here's All Through the Night.